Before the conversation, before the stories, there's a moment when the needle finds the groove and everything begins. This is Grooves and Embers. Welcome to the experience.
Chef Ragan Oglesby-Phillips, welcome to Grooves and Embers.
Thank you. What a wonderful introduction. You did do your research.
Yeah, my research now.
Well, thank you so much.
Yes,
I appreciate that.
Thank you for joining the podcast. I got to give a shout out to our mutual friend, James Harvey, of course, putting this together for us.
My guy.
Yeah, he's okay.
He is. I mean, I've just never met someone so fast.
Yeah.
To become fast friends, and James says my name in more rooms than I can count.
Yeah.
And I can appreciate that because I admire him as much as he admires me.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. So I'm in good company.
Right.
He said, "You his favorite person?" I was like, "Well, he's my favorite person now."
That's my little brother. So yeah, he's good folks. He's good folks. All right, let's jump in it. Enough about James Harvey. All right. So, you may be aware how we do it here at Grooves and Embers. It's all about pulling back the commercial curtain. It's about the conversations we have when the cameras are off, talking music, talking resilience, and just sitting with a good atmosphere. Today, we got a nice drink.
Yes.
So we mastered that, and now we're gonna master the flavor of sitting across from each other and having a good discussion. I want to start at the very beginning. Like every album that changes you and every recipe that grounds you, you have that first moment, not a casual experience, but the real one, the one where the room shifts. When you think about your childhood or that early kitchen where you realize food wasn't just a substance, but an art form, what was the soundtrack playing in the background?
Gosh, that is a hard question. And I was raised on so many wonderful. I remember my dad having a van and always playing the OJs. Mm-hmm. The Commodores. And for some reason on Saturday morning, my mother would always play You Belong to Me.
Okay.
Do you remember that song?
I don't.
You belong to me.
Yes, okay.
Oh my God. I was like 5 going through it and singing this song.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of that. So when I think about music in a Saturday morning or a Sunday morning, there are things that happen with the longing in the songs that they played, and the smell of bacon in the air.
Yeah.
When my mom would make homemade biscuits.
I just reflected on that myself. God.
Think about that.
Yeah.
It takes me back to, we lived on Chargene growing up. And my mom, when she was off on the weekends, she would make homemade biscuits, and we sell those in the restaurant now.
Yeah.
And she would fry bacon and would make rice and mackerels, and she would always have music playing.
Yeah.
Be it the Commodores, the OJs. She would always tell me that Frankie Beverly was my real father. She even has a 8x10 to this day of Frankie Beverly, and she's the most beautiful penmanship. Yeah. Reagan's daddy.
Wow.
Yes. So we always had a lot of music in our home. The cleanup, the cooking of the meals. And so it is very relevant in my life today. Mm-hmm. So whatever mood that I want to be in, however I want to feel, be it in the kitchen, at the restaurant, or in my home, that is you can't get started until you get your playlist right.
Yeah.
This is essentially the driving music.
Yeah.
The driving of the kitchen. So there isn't one album in terms of because everything will take me back to my dad washing a car, and I'm hearing Survival. So it's so many things in different moods that my mom and dad presented. But as a young adult, I should say, The most life-changing album for me was My Life.
Mary J.
Mary J. My favorite song. Album. It's my favorite album. Yeah. My favorite song. And it takes me right back to then because I was in transition from a teenager to a young adult, not making the best decisions. And I felt like a person was experiencing what I was experiencing.
Yeah.
And it still takes me, and I'm far from who that girl was, but I still don't ever want to forget it.
Yeah.
You know, songs shape you, music shapes you, food shapes you. Yeah. It is true culture.
Yeah.
If we're talking about true culture, because I'm already about to get canceled.
Let's do it. Let's not get canceled, but let's.
I mean, you know, when people talk about culture, I would like this is the perfect place. And what you're talking about is music and food and soul. Mm-hmm. That's culture.
Yeah. Yeah. That's my earliest recollection of music as well. I think I may have spoken about that on an earlier episode. It was my great aunt. And I can remember, that's why I said, when you mentioned bacon and all, I remember on cast iron skillet, she would cook up that bacon, grease everywhere. Right? All around the house. And I often think about this, like, what's the first memory I have of music, or who was the first artist? It was Rick James for me, right? I can remember, it had to be 1979, and so I'm gonna give my age away. I was 5 years old at the time, and I remember Rick James' album cover. He had I'm a little boy and into wrestling and all, and he had like a belt and leather pants.
Yes.
And where the food, the bacon is being cooked, we're cleaning the house, and Rick James is playing. I'm like, you know what? I think I may want to be Rick James when I grow up, right?
The most inappropriate. But let me tell you,
at five,
my most inappropriate album cover, and I'll never forget it. And I don't even know if this is a true thing. And I have a funny Rick James story.
Okay.
A Taste of Honey.
Taste of Honey.
Do you remember that album cover? If you remember Rick James, it was A Taste of Honey, and this lady was covered in honey. And I believe this was a lie, but that's what they told us. Yeah. I think I may have been 5 or 6 when I saw that cover. Yeah. And she didn't have any clothes on. You don't see, of course, her parts, but she's covered. It was like, she died from the honey. People just like, you heard probably tell anybody, a little kid, something. It's like, so don't put any honey on your body. But let me tell you about Rick James. God bless my mother. She used to put us in talent shows when we were kids. Okay. And me and my brother, my oldest brother just talked about this on his Facebook post. And he talked about, we're the younger kids, and we were dancing. We were entering a talent show. Mm-hmm. Guess what song my mother chose? Now, my brother calls her Josephine Jackson.
Please tell me not a Rick James song.
It's a Rick James song. I promise you. It is the worst.
This could go.
When I hear it now, I'm like, what was the principal thinking?
Please don't say Super Freak.
No.
Oh, okay.
Let me tell you. No, I believe it's worse than that. No, and this is a slept on song because it's one of his bangers.
Okay.
You turn my head around 69 times.
Yeah. Oh.
Come on. Oh. I was in the 3rd grade at Winchester Elementary.
Yes.
69 times.
Right. And you just singing the song.
And we dancing. What was the principal thinking? Right. How did you let 3 little kids? It was Rick James and the Mary Jane Girls.
Oh my God.
My mother choreographed a routine.
Yeah.
And she built like a city behind us. Because, Rick was all about the streets.
Yes.
So she had built this skyline, and she had like Christmas lights going through the windows of this city that she built, this cityscape behind us. Mm-hmm. And I was like, Rick James, didn't think anything of it then, but as an adult, now, I'm like, do 69 times.
Right.
They're adults. And he had the guy, Kai, he had a wig on, he had the braids and everything. And I was like, how were we listening to Rick James?
Yeah.
You wanted to be Rick James, and I was a Mary Jane girl.
Right.
So, just an inappropriate time. But hey, look up Taste the Honey when you get a chance.
Okay.
But the lady, I don't know if the lady truly died from being covered
Covered
in
in
honey and she suffocated from the honey. Such a lie. I mean,
For me, that song that I often laugh about, where I was singing as a kid and had no idea what I was saying, was Darling Nikki.
The best song ever.
Oh, Darling Nikki was my song, right? That was my jam.
Of course.
Right? And I'm sitting here, I'm saying all the inappropriate lyrics of the song and had no idea what I was saying.
No idea.
And I couldn't believe that, because it wasn't my mom. My mom was all about church. If it wasn't Shirley Caesar or somebody like that, my mom wasn't trying to hear it.
Oh, you were sneaking to listening to music.
My dad,
Oh, okay.
it was the
Always.
Marvin Gaye sexual healing and all. I was getting that from my pops and all. But that Darling Nikki, and oh my gosh, me and my cousins, we used to ride to Ocala. I'm originally from West Palm Beach, Riviera Beach, Florida. And we used to go to Ocala for like Easter and all. And we would play, it was the only time we could play our music and all. And I'm singing that Darling Nikki. And just to reflect on the lyrics now,
So
there's no reason I should have been allowed to speak those lyrics.
absolutely.
Yeah.
We got to go to the movies to see him.
Right.
When he was in full effect
Yeah.
of the Darling Nikki.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at Prince. And I cannot believe what I'm watching.
Yeah.
And my mother gave us, it used to be 50 cents to go to the movies. We went to see it in the summertime. We grew up in Whitehaven.
Mm-hmm.
And she left us money on the dresser. My big brother took us to see Prince.
Yeah.
In that movie, and I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
I was a little kid.
Yeah.
But I also saw Scarface with my parents. Terrible.
That's what we're talking about. It was just different times.
No
different
guardrails.
times.
Just
Oh,
go out.
Just go. Live. That's what these kids
School
missing.
night.
Yeah, go out. You'll be
15-hour
fine.
movie.
You'll be fine.
It shaped us.
Yeah.
It shaped us. And there's such a beautiful part about music.
Mm-hmm.
That and I tell people, and we laugh about it. My daughters laugh at me when I say, bring back begging.
Yeah.
Bring back feeling, soul, and yearning in a song.
Right.
And I love that because I believed you when you played this song.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we used to make mixtapes for people?
Absolutely. That was a thing.
I mean, because it spoke to what you...
Yeah. That said a lot about you.
And so, now add food to it.
Oh. You
Add
just said
food
something
to
there.
it.
Yeah.
The playlist
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
and the meal
Yeah.
that I'm making. Everything about how I have come up in culinary, whether it was personal or professional, it was always about romanticizing a scene,
Yeah.
a song,
Yeah.
food, an experience, setting the tone, getting the apartment together.
Yeah.
Because he getting ready to come over.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. It's funny. So I remember I was into music. My grandmother lived in Jacksonville, and every summer, my sister and I, my older sister and I, we would get on the Greyhound and go and visit grandma, and of course the music was there, but my grandmother, she cooked on the side. That's what she did. She cooked for several families, single men in the neighborhood and all. And I remember my grandmother told me, she's like, you need to get in this kitchen because these women today, they don't cook. They don't know how to cook. So you need to know how to cook. She taught me how to cook. She taught me how to wash my clothes and all. And I actually fell in love with cooking. Like I do the majority of cooking in the house and all.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that with my husband and I. When we first started cooking, he said he could cook, but I think that he has become better because of me.
Okay.
And like he's preparing now, and I'll do the sides. If he's going to do the long cooking outside, I'll do the sides. But I am the main person, but he helps, and we do that together, and it creates such a connection. And I tell people all the time, you know, you don't have to cook like I do, or even, because I used to be really big on women need to know how to cook. How do you take care of your family? How do you take care of yourself? You know, what are we looking at in terms of budget? What are you putting in your body? Every woman should learn how to cook. Well, you know what? I've let that go, because you have to have you have to have a desire. And you could tell how food tastes by the attitude when we're preparing it. But if you can have at least 3 recipes that you can pull out your pocket, because you don't want to be that girl that you bring the cups. You know,
right. You bring those red cups, plastic cups.
You bring ice. You know, you don't want to be that girl. You want to have something in your repertoire that you can go to. But I moved away from that just because I don't want to offend anyone, because I get it. You need to have a desire. But if you really tried, because I didn't come out of the womb knowing how to cook. Now, granted, my mom is a fantastic cook. My grandmother could not cook, but all her stepdads knew how to cook. And my grandmother didn't cook. She would cook something here and there. Like, she had some specialties. But my mom was such a great cook. And then I met my ex-husband's mom when I was 16, Grandma Jessie. There were 2 women. My mom is a get it out the mud type of woman. Can cook, but it's gonna look like you can cook for 35 people in her house. Because she's doing multiple things. Grandma Jessie was refined. Can cook the same way as my mother, but she looked beautiful while doing it. Red lipstick on, outfit, house immaculate, cook the same thing, organized, structured. And I love both of those perspectives. And they raised me in that way. And I loved how it made people feel to prepare a meal for them. And when they come over to my home, what is their experience like? I took that into my catering business and now into my restaurant. What do you feel? Because food, music, the atmosphere, I'm creating an experience for you. When my husband and I got married, somebody said, you're taking these people on an experience. Absolutely. My wedding reception, all of those things. I thought about every single part of whether you dance, the music, the entrance, the appetizers, how we had a plated meal. Those are the things that people take away because it's how you treated them. It is a part of who I am, and these are the expectations. If you didn't have any expectations, you have them now from me. And you next wedding you go to is like, God, that's right. I went to Chef Ragan's and you know, so it's you want to have an appreciation for people. When you're taking care of them, when you're serving them, when they enter your space. So I love to hear that your grandmother said, get in this kitchen. And that's what we're missing. And I hope that I bring those things back when I talk to people. Even with my daughters know how to cook. And even when I say, come over here and come here, bake with me. My mom, who doesn't write any recipes down, who is a piecemeal, she throwing a little bit in, doesn't measure anything. I set a camera up in my house. And I said, every other Sunday, I want you to come over here. And I called my niece and my daughters and said, come over here. You're going to sit here, you're going to watch her, we're going to record her. Because I'm not letting her leave this earth without seeing her and her teaching us and us documenting her recipes. Because I don't want them to go away. I don't want them to go away with her. I don't want them to go away with me. I want my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, and to have these things. This is who we are. Do you want to never have my mother's sweet potato pie ever again? I mean, think about that, but we're getting there. We're losing our foundation in terms of a kitchen because, and I'm an educated woman, even before I went back and got my degree. I'm an entrepreneur, and I have been an entrepreneur for 14, 15 years. When I was graduating, you have to do an exit interview, and the young lady that was interviewing me to leave University of Memphis and going to graduate, what are you planning on doing with your degree? And I said, hanging it on the wall. Because I don't need it for a job. I needed it because that was a desire that I had. So I can be an educated woman. I can have multiple businesses, travel the world, but I still love to keep a home.
Yeah.
I still enjoy that. And I love the culture and the history of recipes. And I tell the story of my mom going to Mississippi and getting cases and cases of greens and bringing them back and then picking them, sitting there watching television all day, picking them, and she cleaning them in the washing machine, soaking them and washing them. And
my grandmother doing that. Yes.
And they're looking at me like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, yes. And parboiling them and putting them in the freezer and having them at your leisure whenever you want greens. Those types of things. I don't want that to go away.
Right.
Because it's important. That's who we are.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, now I do have to remind my mother, honey, we're not slaves anymore. We don't have to eat a chicken back.
Yeah, I gave him chitlins a long time ago.
You know,
forgive me. Yeah,
we
right.
don't
Yeah,
have
right.
to eat.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
we ate it because we had no choice.
Oh, my mom and that liver.
Oh,
my
bless her
gosh,
heart. Bless.
liver. Oh, my mom.
You can let it go.
Yeah.
You can let it go.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
There is a connection. You don't have to. And my daughter, she's my oldest daughter. She went to campus school. When I first started many years ago when I was here, she went there.
Yeah.
So I was a student on campus and she was in first grade. And so that campus school was they were all about diversity. So it's going to be this many African Americans, this many Asian, this many in their classroom. So they really had a lot of culture in there. They wanted you to bring your culture. So now, remember, I had my child at 17, so my mom was helping me raise her. So she was always around my mother.
Yeah.
And they were talking about, you know, we bring your culture to school. We're going to talk about your favorite food.
Yep.
Here I am in there. I was like, okay, I can't wait to hear what Ashley has to say because she's going to say something. And everybody's like, tacos and pizza, I'm Italian, meatballs. My daughter, pigtails. I could have ran out of there. I could have thrown a sheet over my child head and ran out of the building.
She said pigtails.
Now we're at the University of Memphis campus school,
yeah,
with these professor children.
Right. It's like
pigtails. That's what you
do you truly eat pigs? Yeah.
Right. We still laugh to this day because when she was away at college in New York, before she would come home, she would always say, call us and tell us what she wanted for the meal. When she would get back, okay, I need you to make me some cabbage. I'm gonna need the biscuits. Can you make some butter rolls? She called my mom. Can you make me some pigtails? Because my mother refuses to. Yes, we don't have to eat the root of tuna.
Right, you're right. I gave up on that a long time ago.
And we still laugh about that. But that is her request.
Yeah.
And she is elevated in her life, an executive and all those wonderful things. And
still that foundation.
The roots.
Yeah.
You don't want to forget those things. And that's something that she shared with her grandmother.
Yeah.
And that's deep. That is something deep, and I don't want to lose that.
Yeah.
I don't want us to lose that. It's so important to me and my family. And I am on this thing of, I've been going back into music, the 80s and the 90s music. Google Play. I've been on Tony Braxton, and I'm apologizing to Tony Braxton. Girl, I'm looking at her. I'm like, girl, how did I forget? I have been wearing it out.
Yeah.
I said, I just recently saw her in concert with Boys to Men and New Edition.
I was
there.
Was
that not the best?
Oh, I didn't. The funny thing, and I talked about this in episode 1 with my cousin Johnny Smith. I didn't want to go to the concert.
You didn't?
I didn't want to go to the concert. I'm really not. I wasn't a Boys. Like, I respect what Boys to Men did and the quality of their music and all. I was like, really? Yeah. I was big on Tony Braxton. Tony was the Bob I wanted to find me Tony.
Yes.
In the 90s. I need a Tony,
every
right?
Man, and we cut all our own.
Right, yeah.
Trying
to be Tony and all. But when I tell you I had a time, I didn't sit down.
I did.
And Tony, she came out. I know she had the shortest, set, but she did her thing.
She did.
Yeah.
And I'm like you. See, my first concert was Gap Band. Isn't that something? On school night. But I was huge New Edition.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. My first floor seats were at a New Edition concert at the Coliseum, the Mid-South Coliseum. Okay. It's now where the Liberty Bowl is.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's still there. I don't know if they're tearing it down, what they're going to do. But that's where my alone concert, when I was able to go on my own, was New Edition. So I was going to see New Edition. And Tony, I do like some songs that Boys to Men, because they're, the vocally, you just can't touch them. But I forgot about, I don't know how I forgot about Tony, but so I have just been playing her music. I mean, Long As I Live is in my head on heavy rotation. And I was just like, the yearning and the begging and the sadness. But I'm singing Tony like I don't have a husband of 11 years. Like I'm breaking up with somebody.
Break my heart. Yeah.
I gotta find me a man. And I'm like, he in there.
In the next room.
He is in there, barbecue. I mean, but I'm just like, I am singing these songs. I was like, how did I forget this, Tony? I am so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've never let Luther go, because I play it. It's probably one of the top complete things that I play continuously. Yeah. All of Luther. But now I'm just going back into where people had soul and feelings. Yeah. With their music, and I play that in my kitchen, and it sets my mood proper. Yeah. That doesn't mean that I won't listen to what we listen to now, because there's a place for that. But if I want to feel something. Yeah. And those things, my music and food, it sets the tone. But yeah, that concert was fantastic.
Yeah, it was.
I saw Monica and Brandy together. Okay. So that's what made me want to go, because they took their idea of being on the stage at the same time. And I loved that concept. I hope that a few more people do that. Yeah. Because it's not wait, Paul, it's just a continuation of everything, a nonstop concert. And I like that. Yeah. I like it. Wasn't boring.
Yeah, I was surprised it wasn't no downtime. Yeah, it wasn't normally a concert, everybody's rah rah rah, and then you had that lull. Yes. And all. It was like I was tired. Or
you're comparing the artist. Yeah. Which is not fair. Yeah. It's like, he wasn't as good as this person, he wasn't his show. But when you're doing that, when you're wrapping all of them together, I think it was fantastic, a fantastic idea, because there's no boredom. Yeah. There's no boredom in the way that they're doing the musical lineup. It was like all perfect. Yeah. And for them to be Tony's backup singers was exceptional. Yeah. She looked beautiful. Yeah. And I was like, Tony, I forgot. How did I forget Tony was that girl?
It was Tony.
It was Tony.
Tony.
I said, cut my hair off. I want to be Tony and a cross between Tony and
Braxton. First name Tony. Yes, with an I.
Yes. Yes. And I was like, Tony, so I am in the Tony bag right now, and going back, as I keep saying, bring back begging. Yeah. Nobody's begging. Nobody's asking. Yeah. Yeah. Nobody is longing. Yeah. Yeah. Please. Yeah. Yeah. Nobody's trying, and I think that
I need a little Key Sweat.
You know, some begging. You're the king of begging. Yeah. The king of begging.
The king. Make it last.
Make it forever.
Yeah. So, Memphis is a city that's built on deep grooves. Stykes, blues, underground hip hop. Growing up here, how did the soundscape of the city influence the way your palette developed?
Gosh, I would say, shout out to MJG and A-Ball. That was really, when they say grit and grind and the hustle, the determination, the desire to want more, to do more, to explore more. That's what I experienced. Do y'all remember, were you here when Isaac Hayes had his...
Oh yeah, the club downtown?
I thought I was
You
grown.
remember they had the Mike Tyson at Vandy Holyfield?
Oh, I went to it. I thought I was
at Lennox Lewis.
No, that wasn't. That was
Mike Tyson and
it was
Lennox Lewis.
Lennox Lewis. You could not tell me I wasn't grown.
Being around all the superstars, I saw Magic Johnson over there. I'm like, oh,
Samuel Jackson.
Yeah. I had went to K&G and got me a nice fit.
Oh, you did. I did
you couldn't
too.
tell me anything.
I think I was casual corner. That's when you had a business attire for your club outfit.
Yeah, right.
But yes,
yeah,
that is when I ate there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they had some good food there too.
Great food.
They had like soul food,
They had
right?
soul food, but it was like an elevated soul food, and they would have different artists to come in. I saw, what is the group Cisco was in?
Drew Hill.
Drew Hill was there. It was just like a random Thursday.
Yeah.
And when I ate there, I was like,
good.
That food was very good. The service, they was always busy, but the service was good. You just never know who you were going to run into. And I said, this is how I want to eat. Yeah. This is how I want to live. These are the experiences that I want to have, but I want to travel in. But that is the restaurant that made me want to experience what could be for myself and how I wanted to show up. That was the point for me. But Memphis is a gritty, talented city. They are just the pretty girl with low self-esteem.
James and I talked about that as well. That's the issue.
You are, because I remember the 90s and the early.
The pretty girl with low self-esteem.
Low self-esteem. Don't realize that you are that pretty girl.
Yeah.
And I just remember, I'm like, I wish that we can experience that time, because we're always downtown. Mm-hmm. Downtown, we had Jillian's, and it was just always
Peabody
something.
Place was
Peabody
popping.
Place. It was just so many things that I don't even remember. I just remember being down there. I remember seeing, and when FedEx Forum came, oh my God, I went to, I forget his name, boxer. I used to really enjoy him, but then when he did not get up after being knocked out.
Roy Jones.
Yep. He used to be my favorite boxer. Until, I sat there the whole time. I'm like, is he going to get up?
Yeah.
The people are leaving out and you are still in. We fell out there. But it was just so much to do in Memphis at that time in the late 90s, early 2000s. Well, all of the 90s, late 2000s. It was just bustling. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, everybody is wanting to be great. Everybody's want to have fun, have a good time. Not that we didn't have foolishness. We did, but it was just like, okay, you remember a long time ago you had 20 kids in a classroom, you only had one bad kid?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now we got two good kids.
Right. 18.
18. It's more of that. And we've just lost who we are.
Yeah.
Not forever. It's there, but we're guided by different things. And I'm not sure what that is. Mm-hmm. Are we being guided by what the internet says that we're supposed to be? Are we letting children guide our city by behavior? And we just say, I don't want to be a part of it. Let me go this way.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that, so I'm going to go this way. I don't want to live here. Let me move that way. So I don't know what that is, but I'm like, we still have it. Right. Because when you talk and see and meet people, like, man, we are the most creative people. And the people that live here love this city.
Oh, yeah. They bleed Memphis. Memphis.
Everyone loves this city. And it's just like, hey, we love it. Why don't we all come together and love it together?
Right.
Because it just needs the proper treatment. And I don't know what has happened.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I had no money in the 90s. I lived very well.
Had a damn good time.
I did. I was like, walk out the club staggering, had $2.
Right. How long? The same $2 you went to the club with, right?
How did I have such a good time?
Right. Good to go.
I mean, just a great time, great energy. I remember celebrities loved coming to Memphis because it's such a good time.
Yeah.
The food, the atmosphere, the women are the prettiest women. I used to always say, Memphis got the prettiest women.
Yeah.
The most gorgeous women. We just got to remember.
Yeah.
We are the best.
Yeah.
We have creativity everywhere. Culture is here. We are.
I love
We just
that.
got to remember that.
I love that. So speaking of that, food and music are both universal languages that don't care about the color of your skin or where you come from. They just speak straight to your soul. What is the earliest memory you have where a specific meal and a specific song perfectly collided?
Gosh, that's a hard question, because I can probably give you 20 memories and we'll be here all day talking about them. My goodness, probably an OJ song.
Okay.
I always thought the OJs, the Commodores, Diana Ross, and the Supremes. I promise you, my mom had me believing that she went to school with them people.
All of them. Yeah.
I mean, do you know Diana? She was
my
always
cousin.
hating on me.
Yeah.
She was like, Al Green used to try to talk to me. Of course, he's a local.
Yeah.
But she did not like Diana Ross. And I promise you, I was like, did you go to school with her? But I'm just getting out. But I'm just thinking about how this is how connected we were with. But OJ's, my dad, on my dad's side, they hunted. So possum, rabbit,
Oh yeah.
deer, and my dad, we're having to go. My mom and dad are not together at this point, and he did possum and dressing, and he was playing
Possum. Hold on.
Yes.
I was ready for that. Possum and
I need to take a drink.
Yes, me too.
Possum. Have you ever seen a possum sitting up in some dressing? No, you haven't.
Oh my God. I had that delayed reaction on that. Possum and dressing.
And
That's
dressing.
so Mississippi.
And he was deep, and he was playing OJ's hooks in me.
Yeah.
I guess you got your hooks in me.
Yeah.
And I like it. And I was just like, this is an interesting Thanksgiving.
You're right. Oh.
This is an interesting Thanksgiving. And I don't want any parts of it. Because it can shape you either way, good or bad.
Right.
Like, stop saying you want to come stay with your dad.
Yeah.
Stop saying it. Oh, that gave me an appreciation for evolution and my mother.
Amen.
Because we had
Evolution.
possum and dressing, and my dad,
Oh my God.
he had the countryest meal I had ever seen in my life. And my mom was a nurse, so we weren't going to be able to be with her anyway.
Right.
Because she worked at the hospital. And so we were with him, and I will never forget that. And I was just like, and that is the meal that said, I think a regular turkey and dressing ought to do. Because, sometimes when you're living in, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but when you live in two different homes or you're the one that is the disciplinary, you don't want to live with them.
Yeah. Oh, no.
I
want to
think
have
I
fun.
want to live over there with dude.
Yeah, I want to have fun.
No, I want to go back.
Right. I want to have
It
fun.
ain't so bad. How she cook.
Yeah.
It ain't, it's all right.
Yeah.
Because that was soul. That was Mississippi burning.
God.
And yes, possum and dressing. And I'm not going to name which brother that did. He just was eating it like, I was just like, you eating it. He said it was delicious. I was just like, I've seen my grandmother on my dad's side, like my grandfather bringing in rabbits that he just got. And she is cleaning them. A real rabbit's foot. Here's your rabbit's foot. I'm like, this rabbit wasn't so lucky.
Right.
I was like, I don't know if we should have it.
Yeah.
Because it's still connected to, it's a real foot.
It's a foot. I can recall, so I used to go to, like I said earlier, I used to go to Jacksonville to visit my grandmother, and I couldn't wait. My first cousins was there on my dad's side, and my cousin Theodis and I, my grandmother, for some reason, had chickens, roosters, and all in the yard. I just thought, I'm not a country boy, I'm from the city. It's my pet. It's like a dog. So I'm taking care of the rooster and all, and my uncle, One afternoon, told me and my cousin Theodis to, hey, bring me that rooster.
Your friend.
Like, what does that mean? Like, what do you mean by that? It's like, I need you to go and get that rooster. I want you to grab him by the neck, twist the neck, and bring him to me. But that's my pet.
That's your pet.
Right? And we had, of course, we wasn't doing that. My cousin Theodis came up with a idea of, I'm just going to hit the rooster upside the head with a brick.
Oh, worse.
Then the rooster went under the house. Now we had to go under the house to get the rooster. Long story short, got that. He ended up cooking it. I was distraught. Like, I just lost my pet. And my reward for that was my uncle coming downstairs and handed me a bowl of rice with the foot of the rooster and saying, you need to eat that. Yeah. That just wasn't right.
I'll pass.
Yeah. Yeah.
It shaped you, didn't it?
It did.
It shaped
I
you.
would never forget that.
And you said, okay, is that my, what? Tell me what you put down.
Yeah.
A foot in this bowl of rice? Not happening.
You can have that. You can have
you
it.
can have that. We don't have to eat this way
At all.
And so those things shape you and train you on how you experience things and what you want and what you don't want.
Yeah.
My mom cooked soul food every day, all day. That was our meal. Even when she was working triple shifts, you still had smothered pork chops, gravy. You know, you ate like that every day.
Yeah.
I don't cook like that.
Right.
That shaped how I wanted a little bit more refinement in how I cook and what I wanted to serve. Can I throw down? Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, if I need to.
Yes, and I do it. I do it because I do have a country boy husband who likes that.
Okay.
But we're going to have some sea bass. We're going to have some,
Now we're talking. Yeah.
Those are the types of things. I'm like, there's a time and a place for the comfort. Mm-hmm. But how I want to present, it shapes you because you didn't look at a rooster the same.
At all.
Rooster and rice.
Yeah, I couldn't wait to get home. I'm like, I'm not built for this.
When I saw that possum and dressing, Cynthia Oglesby not that bad. I'm gonna go back.
Yeah, I'm gone.
I'm out of here.
Grandma, can you send me on the first Greyhound smoking? I need to get home.
Smoking. I was like, get me off of Jackson.
Yeah.
Get me back to Whitehaven. But but those things, I appreciate them. I have a clear understanding of the passions that I have and who they come from. They, my parents, especially my mom, who is a music lover, would sing Smokey Robinson. What is the song? I did you wrong.
Oh,
my heart went out.
Yes, my auntie used to play that. Auntie Cookie used to play that song.
My mother used to sing it to me.
I think my auntie loved Smokey so much, she ended up getting a boyfriend named Smokey.
Rich.
And I swear he looked just like Smokey Robinson.
And that's the reason why she went after him. So that's my boyfriend. My
auntie, shout out to you. I know she'll be upset for me telling that story, but he did look like Smokey, and his name was Smokey.
His name was Smokey. Well, auntie, you did it. Yeah. But my mom used to sing that, and it was just a wonderful experience. Yeah. And she was a great cook. She still is a great cook. She didn't cook as much. She quit Thanksgiving one year. Like 3 weeks out, she was like, hey, are y'all ready? I told you I was done. Yeah. And I was like, done? Yeah, I'm not doing Thanksgiving. This maybe have been 6 years ago. She said, oh, no, I'm not cooking Thanksgiving. I'm not doing any holiday dinners. It's yours now.
Yeah, you got it.
And I was like, but I don't want it. Yeah. I want to contribute. I don't want to do the whole thing. And she said, well, I'm done.
It's evolution.
Yes. Well. And now I do all of the big holidays and Thanksgiving and Christmas, but I was prepared. I was shocked. Gave me 3 weeks notice on the job. She gave her 3 weeks notice. Yeah. I think it's time for you to get your turkey.
Time to step up.
It's time for you to get your turkey and your ham or whatever it is you're gonna do because I'm done. But I was ready to take on the baton, and I won't quit like that for my daughters. But I will say, hey, next year not 3 weeks, but next year it is your turn to host and do the full gamut of things. I will have them prepared with a playlist, because you got to have a playlist. I have several in my phone.
You gotta have
What
it.
is my mood? Do I need to praise and worship?
Yeah.
Do I need to?
It's their first time. You may need some praise and worship. So
Right, I call it Father Time. That's my playlist, Father Time. You need to look Father
You're
Time,
right.
because you're going to need some help, because these complaining jokers ain't made nothing.
Right.
Don't know how to make nothing. But those are things that I want to continue on with my family. Cooking and enjoying and put the playlist on, because those are connectors.
yeah.
They connect us in this soul, and I can tell how your food tastes by what you were going through. I can tell you don't love this. You didn't love this today.
Yeah.
You did not put your heart and soul into this meal, because it does. You do need to set the tone. Cooking is difficult.
Yeah.
It's hard, especially with a lot of noise. When I mean noise, I mean in your life, bills, people, responsibilities, and to come in and cook. You need to clear your mind. You need to set the tone for your kitchen.
Yeah. It helps though.
It
helps.
It helps.
Yeah.
It changes your mood, especially if it's something that you enjoy listening to. You really love that, and you're preparing, and you don't hear everything else. It'll clear all that stuff out of your head, that your day may not have been great. Your year may not have been great. Your experience with your boss, your experience with your husband. But if you get a good soundtrack going, a good playlist, say, you know what, that chicken gonna taste good tonight. But if you coming to hell on wheels, mad, that chicken gonna be tough.
Tough.
Ooh, that chicken
Ain't
gonna be
no
dry.
tender about it. Dry breast.
It's going to be dry.
Yeah.
It's gonna be dry. So possum dressing is the meal that changed me.
We'll have that recipe on the we'll put it on the Instagram. We'll post it on the Instagram.
Awesome.
Possum
You gotta
dressing.
catch it.
Yeah. So let's talk about take me to 1996. You and your girlfriends, they're trying to figure out life, apartments, dates. They want to make an impression on their, boyfriends and all, and you raise your hand and volunteer to cook for your friends so they can impress their dates. Talk to me about that.
I was
on it.
Let me tell you, my thing, manicotti. I was doing, I'll never forget this. I will not name names.
Okay.
He'll know it was him. But a girlfriend of mine, I used to do these picnics. Like, they would be real meals in the house, in your apartment. We would have a picnic set up, and I would do manicotti. The guys didn't know that I was going over cooking.
Yeah.
I did manicotti, and I did these poached pears with this Haagen-Dazs ice cream and this homemade caramel sauce. That was my thing.
Yeah.
And this guy, I had set everything up for her so she can get pretty.
Yeah.
I got it all together. I'm in there chefing it up, and I was like, okay, girl, I'm getting ready to leave. He knocks on the door. She like, hide.
Hello.
Hide. He here. He came early.
Yeah.
I am in the laundry room. I'm like, I got all my stuff. Yes. I used to do this all the time. I used to do picnics for my brothers to take to the park for their girls if they were wanting a picnic basket.
Yeah.
Oh, that was my jam.
That's a cheat code.
Oh, that was my jam.
I needed you as a sibling. Faith, you failed me.
I used to do that all the time, but manicotti was one of my go-to in the poached pear. It was a whole poached pear that I would peel and would poach it in some wine and have that homemade sauce and Haagen-Dazs. Always top tier.
Yeah.
Always. We broke.
Yeah.
But we're gonna make this happen.
Right.
Because we got to seal the deal with dude. And I was hiding in that closet. And so she was showing him around her apartment, and this is the escape. This is how I'm gonna get out.
Yeah.
And that's how I got out. She was like showing him, apartment, you 1 bedroom, but take him on and showing him around. And so that's how I got out of the apartment. But I did that so much to a point where it was like, now who cooked this meal?
Yeah.
The guys were getting it, but they were excited about it. But I did that in the dorms at the University of Memphis. I used to pack up these picnic baskets for guys and come get your picnic bags. It'd be like roasted chicken and pasta salad, a little
changed
cake.
the game.
I mean, that was the thing.
Yeah.
I was like really romantic. I was very into romance and really like those songs.
Yeah.
The really treating people well. And they bought into it, and they couldn't do it themselves or didn't try.
Yeah.
Some of it was, I enjoyed it, so I'll do it. I love that. I think about that now because I ain't had nothing else to do then.
Mm-hmm.
I have,
right.
Even though I had a kid, but I'm like, we just at home.
Yeah.
I'm just coming up with recipes or going to Barnes and Noble and looking through recipe books because I couldn't afford to necessarily buy a recipe book, but I would like sit and write it down in my notepad. And I'm like, girl, I'm going to make this. The next time he call you, this is what we going to do. And my friends were guinea pigs. They was like, whatever Ragan says, that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And you know what? People are still that way with me now. They let me be me and let me show out for them. I have, I'm the owner of Perch 74 Bistro. Mm-hmm. And it's in
East Memphis. Yeah.
It's in East Memphis.
Yeah.
The owner of the building, he owns Southworth Capital. He used to be my boss when I was an HR director. He was my boss. The janitorial company, I bought the janitorial company from him, is transitioning to an entrepreneur. And I still have contracts with him. And he had a restaurant downstairs on the first floor. So many years ago, he asked me to take over the restaurant. He's like, you want the restaurant? I was like, no, because I was new. Mm-hmm. And yes, I was catering, but I was also doing my other business. And that was just too much. A restaurant, I've never wanted a restaurant. 4 years ago, he asked me did I want it again. And I didn't leap at the opportunity. I prayed about it, talked to my husband, my family, and said yes. So he's always been my mentor. And to this day, if somebody says we're going to do something, I do a lot of chamber meetings. So he sponsors these and hosts these. Well, whatever Ragan says, whatever menu she says, we're going to do what she says. She will get it together. There is never, my clients will let me pick a menu, and I've been picking menus for people forever and a day. And I love that. And when he walks in, we closed the restaurant one day. He was like, can you close it? We're bringing all the feds in. The fed chairs from Tennessee, Arkansas, Alabama, about 20 guys, all these fed people over the federal funding of And I was like, he came in, I was like, welcome to Madrid. We have paella. We did so when you let me
experience.
It's an experience. When you allow me to really flex, I'm going to do just that and flex. And people have just trusted me to make a menu that's gonna blow their mind. I'm gonna ask questions because I want to know what your favorite is. Because I want that experience to be something that you like. Did you know she made a?
Can you believe that?
And they let me, and he always does. I mean, sometimes they don't know what they're gonna have until they show up.
Yeah,
he's like,
best.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
it's the best fish sandwich I ever had. I was like, it's just a fish sandwich. Yeah, but it's the way that it's prepared. I'm just trusted in that way. But 20 plus years behind it, starting out with them little picnics. And
the cheat code.
The cheat code was that. I'm telling you, so my brothers utilized their sister.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I was always that way. I was dating this guy. He loved golf. And I created a whole little putt-putt situation in my apartment. Mm-hmm. Because I listened to see what people like and what they enjoy and their experiences, and let's make an experience. In the date night, when we were in COVID and couldn't go anywhere. Me and my husband always like date night.
Yeah.
Well, we started having date night in his man cave because we couldn't go anywhere. And he would set his man cave up, and I would cook, and he would make a cocktail, and we would go upstairs, and my daughter would babysit our little boy, and we would be in there eating, he'd be cutting up downstairs, and we're like, we're not coming back to this restaurant.
Yeah.
The vibe
ain't right.
The vibe off.
No tip.
We're not coming back. It's too noisy.
Yeah. I like that.
But it's making an experience, and sometimes we lose romanticizing our lives because of trying to make the life go. Losing the creativity, losing the romance. That's what makes life fun. That's what, and that was so much fun for me back in the day. I'm still that same person, and people still rely on me in that same way. Those same girls who are the reason why I wrote Single Girl's Guide to Great Cooking. Yep. Now they ain't cooked their recipe.
Right.
They're like, can you make that? I'm gonna come over there.
Right. It's right there.
And it's okay, because come sit at the countertop, and we're gonna drink, we're gonna eat, and we're gonna have a good time. And my girls are still not cooking. Yeah. But they still know, all of them professionals. Right. But they know they can call me.
Yep.
And I'm okay. And I'm okay with that, because I play to my strengths and they play to theirs. Yeah. And I serve a role, and I like it. Yeah. I do really, really enjoy it, because I bring smiles to people's faces.
Chef, we'd have made an awesome combination. You could have supplied the food. Yeah. And I would have supplied the playlist. Oh. And I guarantee, that's why I used to tell my guys in college, you're doing the whole CD and playlist thing. And I was like, hey man, I got the music for you. My music undefeated.
You have a whole look at this. Yes. You have it set up and ready, and that's I miss that, people making a CD for you or playing music, because my husband has done it, and my husband played. We were gonna do some Thai food. I found a recipe to do I had some Thai. I had gone to a Thai restaurant in New York. The best. It was like a barbecue Thai chicken. And I was like, I want to recreate this recipe that I had when I was in New York. And he was like, okay, you do that. And I was working on that. He was working on the music. And he played this song for me. I don't know if I read a lot into when somebody play you a song. Yeah. And it was a Drake song. And I feel like I saw into his heart. And this was a long time ago. And it was Anything That I'm Doing Brand New by Drake. Yeah. It was on one of his mixtapes. And I was like, is anything I'm doing brand new? I was like, you are doing something brand new for me. This is a totally new experience that I'm having with you. Because sometimes when you get older, you date people, you bring baggage with them. Yeah, absolutely. With you, and that you've had this experience. I went there with this person. I went there. Yeah, but what we got is brand new.
Yeah, I need you to focus.
Yes, yeah. and I heard, and I feel like when you create a playlist for somebody, the songs are telling you how they feel
about you,
and what they're going through. I'm telling you, people need to get back to the
playlist.
The playlist. Bring it back. Bring back begging and playlist.
Yeah, Key Sweat and playlist.
Yes, because he's like, I'm telling you, my husband is a music person. He really loves music. I mean, that has. Women are not gonna talk to you. I'm one of them. Yeah. If I'm mad, two things gonna happen: no conversation and no food. I'm not cooking for you because it's a privilege. Yeah. So those are two things. You're not gonna eat for 2 or 3 days.
I thought you were gonna say something else there, Chef, but I'm good.
This is a family show. I'm good. If I'm not talking, I'm definitely not.
And I'll play my own music.
Let me tell you.
We good on the,
No, if we're not talking, ain't nothing else happening. But I'm not gonna cook. But my husband has played me songs and has made me talk to him. Yeah. He's like, I want you to hear this song. Yeah. And that changes
everything.
It changes everything, because the song is saying everything that he couldn't say without an interruption, or I hear you, or I'm sorry. Yeah. Yep. Bring back begging.
All right. I know earlier on I mentioned in the intro about you returning to school and getting your degree. But what was even more special about that, and I think it was 2024, you had the opportunity to get your degree alongside your daughter?
Yes.
Talk to me about that.
So back in, I'd always wanted to go back to school, but timing, because I was really being an entrepreneur, newly married, we decided to have another baby. And when we went into COVID, everybody was going back to get their degrees. They didn't have anything to do. I mean, I wasn't so much, I had another business and I used to own some care homes. So my business was an essential business. But every year I just saw everybody going back to school. They could do it online. It wasn't the whole hustle and bustle of going to a campus and those things. And I thought about it and I said, I think I had a short amount of time to finish. And so during that time, I said, let me register. So this had to have been 2020, mid-2020. But get this, I said I wasn't going back until fall of 2023.
Okay.
Because I needed time to prepare myself multiple years. That's how far I think in advance. Because I was like, right now, I definitely, I need to get my mind right. And I needed to sell the business, this, and other. So I had forgotten about it, to be honest with you. And letters started to come. Hey, we looking forward to you this fall. University of Memphis. Congratulations on returning. And I was like, I forgot.
Yeah.
I had forgotten. And so I was like, well, I talked to my husband and I said, I don't really want to share that I'm thinking about going back to school, but I want to know if you're going to be okay with me going back to school. He was like, well, how long will it take? That's probably a year to finish up. He was like, well, that's all it's going to take, a year. Okay. I said, well, I don't want to share with anyone. I'm just going to talk to my family, but I need to talk to the counselor. I talked to the advisor. They looked at everything. It was like, you could be finished by this time. I was like, well, my daughter is graduating, so I don't know. I may need to hold back because she's graduating and I don't want to step on her experience. Because I had an older daughter that graduated and I made a really big deal about it. And I want to make the same big deal about it for her. Graduating with your degree. And I called her and I said, hey, I've been talking about going back to school. However, my graduation will fall at the same time as yours. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold back a semester so that you can have the experience that you want as a college graduate. She said, Mama, we graduated together.
Right.
This girl went into full mode of, we going to have a photo shoot together.
Yeah.
We doing everything together, the whole experience, everything. I said, okay, but remember, this is a secret. I don't want to talk to anybody about me going back to school because I have some really wonderful people in my life. Don't get me wrong. But I am the type of person, I'm very driven. I'm very ambitious. And I don't know why I'm like this. But I like to take my life to the edge of pure destruction or I want it to be painful almost.
Okay.
So that I can know in myself I can handle anything.
Yeah.
So no matter what this world throws at me, I can handle whatever happens. So when God gives me the big stuff, piece of cake.
Yeah.
Forgot that I was opening up a restaurant and going back to college.
Forgot.
I was opening up a restaurant and my little one was going to kindergarten. So my son is going to kindergarten. I'm opening up a restaurant and I'm going back to college. And my first semester, I took 16 hours. Nuts. So my employees can't tell me nothing about nothing.
Right.
You can't tell me anything about what you tired of, what you can't do. I have 2 businesses, a 5-year-old, a husband, a family, and I'm taking 16 hours at the University of Memphis. And it was very difficult probably one of the craziest things that I've done, but I know that I can do anything.
Right.
And it was a secret. My friends will say, you're doing too much. You got too much on your plate. I don't know if, or space, you space it out some. No, because I'm impatient. Let's go and wrap this up.
Yeah.
Because I got other goals
to do. I'm trying
to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And this is in my way. I cannot continue to tell my daughters I can, because I'm their mother. Education is everything.
Yeah.
You have to show people that you can be consistent with something. Education, making sure you complete something. I'm telling them this and I'm a hypocrite. I'm telling other kids because I mentor, I teach kids cooking lessons, and these are, when I always tell them math and science, you can't get away from math and science and cooking. Yeah. I can't be a hypocrite to myself. If the education is so important, why didn't I complete it? And I did, and no one knew I was graduating that day. They thought my daughter was graduating.
Oh, so even
I'm talking about to the stage, no one knew. My husband had my cap and gown in his hand with flowers. Yeah. They're thinking that the flowers are for my daughter. That year, they had 3 graduations, back to back to back to back. I am sitting in my chair watching my daughter graduate. And I was like, oh, my mom, well, let's go. We're getting ready to go because we're having a graduation party back at the restaurant. I said, well, why is the graduation party started so late? I said, because we got another graduation to go to. We're staying? You were staying. And I put my cap and gown on and I walked off. They were like, where is she? Who? What is happening? Who's graduating? I'm graduating.
That is so fun.
And I walked down. No one knows. And they're like, where did Ragan go? Where did Ragan go? Second graduation is starting and I'm on stage. No one knows that I had already created an Instagram post so that it would drop as I'm walking across the stage. Yeah. No one knows. I graduate and we go back to the restaurant because that's where my daughter's graduation party is about to happen. Mm-hmm. I sent out invitations with just her. And they were like, you did not tell me you were. And I had large pictures of me and her at the graduate, because we had this photo shoot together. We studied together. I cried with her because I was like, I just left an event. This paper is due at 11:59. 11:59 is etched in my brain because everything is due at 11:59. I'm still triggered by it. 11:59. I know I got a paper. I know I have this test or something. But we just clung to each other. And that was we just connected. We bonded. And she would come over because it was so different from when I was in college before. Yeah. Everything was technology driven. How you turn things in, uploading things to YouTube for videos to be seen by your professors. Everything was that. And she was having to, because I could be on campus. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, right.
So everything is online. So my daughter was right there pushing me and, hey, out here. I was like, I'm just going to have to fail this. Mama, you cannot do it. You got to finish. Yeah. I'm going to call you when you get home.
Yeah, we got goals. We walking that stage.
We're walking that stage. And I literally was like, I got an A in the class already. It could be a C. I can't do it. And she was what I needed as a cheerleader, but it was tough because I'm like, I got somebody in the kindergarten ride my back, literally on my back is a boy. Right. And I'm like trying to type and send things in. But it was my family, my husband and my girls saying, Mama, you can do it. And to see them that day. And I remember during that time, we lost my father-in-law. I was literally in the car at the burial. And I was in a car doing my exit interview. Mm-hmm. And the lady said, you're where? Excuse the funeral. The burial, which was like 2 days after the funeral. And I was like, this is the only time that I have to do it. And I'm doing it in this car. And let's wrap, my husband knows. that this is what I'm doing. I'm still here with my husband, but this has to be wrapped up. So your life can be so wonderful and great things can be happening all in the middle of tragedy and sadness and loss. And we still have to push through that. And I show my kids every day resilience and setting goals for yourself, even when you don't have anything else to prove.
Yeah. There
is still something that you can do to benefit yourself and make yourself feel great, or goals to be accomplished no matter what the age. Because I said, I'm not finna go into my 50s with some goals that are not accomplished.
I
don't care how long it's been.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna leave this earth.
Right.
And before I turn 50, this is what I'm going to do. So now I get to create a whole new list of goals to finish. But yeah, I did it with my daughter, and she was so magnificent.
Yeah.
And she said she picked out my dress and we were matching. And can you imagine somebody graduating with their mama and they graduating and they getting you your stole and your regalia? They doing all of that.
Yeah.
And you got to, and we're on the University of Memphis campus holding. I have a picture of her. I was inducted into the Black Honor Society at the University of Memphis. She was 3 years old. And it's a picture of us, and I got my certificate and she's with me. And I was like, wow, look at
that
the two of us graduating together in the UC with this beautiful tiger blue together. That is legacy.
Yeah. And
I tell my daughter, she told me my oldest baby is getting married, Miss Pigtails. She's getting married next Saturday. And when I think about that moment when I see her, and she was like, "Mama, please don't cry like you normally cry when she walk into a room."
Yeah.
I was like, "Honey, it's gonna be a funeral cry."
Right.
I mean, because
you get it all.
I had that baby at 17 years old.
Yeah.
And this isn't the way the story was supposed to be written, according to the people, whoever the people are. It's not supposed to be this way. And when she graduated from St. John's, I had 17 people in tow. Flew to the graduation, all of the things, the baskets in everybody's room, welcoming them to New York to see her take a bite out of the Big Apple. That was the whole theme. It was the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because see, I had no money at first. Then when I got there, and so I'm just like, this is important.
Yeah.
Because this isn't supposed to be our story. You're getting married in Atlanta, Georgia, to a wonderful person, and we get to do all of these things together. We get to enjoy one another. And that is success. When you raise a daughter that wasn't supposed to, and you weren't supposed to, and you're Ivy League, Columbia graduate with your master's. Yeah. Come on, 17.
Talk it.
Come on, 17. That's something that I don't carry, but I don't want to ever forget that.
Right.
Because all of these things that we've talked about today make up me.
Yeah.
And make up them. And so we'll look back, and what is that dash in the middle? That's what I'm working on, that dash in the middle.
I like that. So I got a couple more questions for you, then I'm going to get you out of here. You went from, you spoke about going through the process of getting your degree, walking the stage with your daughter, but you also mentioned that in the midst of all of that, you were starting a new business. And so talk to me, I'm assuming that's Perch 74?
Yes.
So talk to me about that. Like, what led to that decision?
Gosh, I'm often pushed by people that love me and believe in me. That was never on my bucket list. I've never wanted a restaurant. I love food service, but I've loved catering for 20 years because you get to pick your own schedule. I'm somebody that likes to vacation. I like being at home with my husband. I like weekends, which catering you get to pick and choose. I always took 2 weeks off after Christmas. And so I was moving my janitorial business office and trying to get an office space in the building that Perch is in, which is my longtime client, my mentor, my former job. I had that janitorial contract. I was merely calling these jokers to get an office space because where I was leasing, the building had changed. They were letting anybody move into the building. And I'll never forget this. I was getting ready to do a tasting for Terry Lewis's daughter, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Yeah.
And I was gonna be doing her wedding. And I was going into because I had 2 offices. I had a kitchen there and I had the janitorial. Well, it was smelling like a little, not stogies.
Yeah.
They were just letting anybody
Yeah.
in the building at this point.
Yeah, but it's stogies. Don't
I'm
blame
like,
that on us.
He a barbershop, but I ain't seen them cut no hair.
Oh,
yeah. So
okay.
I needed to move.
Yeah.
And I asked them, did y'all have any office space? They was like, we sure do. And by the way, you want the restaurant downstairs? And I was like, oh, no, but I do need office space. They was like, well, just come look. I'd already seen it. I cleaned the building. My company cleans the building.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know what it looks like. It's beautiful. It's wonderful, this, that, and other. So I ended up going up there to see the office, to move my janitorial office space in there. And I was like, is Jeff here? They was like, he wants to talk to you. Now this man can sell ice cube to an Eskimo.
Yeah.
He is the ultimate salesperson. He is the ultimate person to push you right into something that's so beneficial that you didn't even know. And I was like, they were like, if I say, well, no, I like to do this and I like to do that, well, we'll get this for you. Well, it's going to cost this. We got you. Anything every obstacle that I put in my own way, they were like knocking it down. I said, well, let me think about it and then I'll get back with you. They was like, okay, you can have the keys January 1st. I haven't even said yes at this point. And I said, I talked to my family, talked to my mom, brothers, and all of that, because I knew what it would take. It's a lot of heavy lifting. I didn't think that Memphis was the city that could utilize me.
Right.
And I like to be low key, even though I'm not low key. I can control the narrative of a catering business. I can't control the narrative of a restaurant. And I am a narrative controller.
Mm-hmm.
I control me. You don't get to write a review that shapes me.
Right.
I don't like that. And so that was my hesitation. And I just said, you know what? If God brought this idea, I'm going to see it through. And I said yes. And the name Perch 74. 74 is the year of my birth. And my favorite place in the world is Paris.
Okay.
I love everything about how they enjoy a meal. They perch up. They sit, they're not in a hurry. The meal could go on for 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
No one is rushing them. Nobody is bringing them the check so they can turn the table over. And I was like, wherever I go, I like to eat with a fork and a knife. And I like to enjoy my company, the company, or the atmosphere. And I don't like to be rushed. If you're going to lunch with me, we ain't coming back in an hour.
Right. Take your time.
Right. Take your time. And I wanted everything to be fresh and the experience to be calm. And that's where Perch, because the French, they perch up, honey.
Yeah.
People watch and they don't move. They enjoy.
Love it.
That's what I wanted my guests to come into my atmosphere and experience great customer service, because customer service, I don't know if it's a lost art. People don't care. I know what they are. But you don't like people, you can't work for me.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like customer service, you can't, that's very important to me, how we treat people. Because how many restaurants do we have in this city? Tons.
Yeah.
They could have chosen anyone, but they chose us. They gonna spend the money with me. We're gonna treat them well.
Yeah.
And so that's how I said yes to Perch 74, and I'm glad that I did. I'm so surprised and I'm appreciative of how Memphis has really supported that business, because I didn't know what it was going to turn out to be. Was my vision going to be able to be experienced?
Yeah.
Would they accept it? They do, they have, and I'm blessed.
Awesome. So I stole this from our last guest, Lamar Gibson, in episode 5. The question that, from this day forward that I'll ask for my guests, and this is how I ended, but I'm gonna kind of add a little something to it. And that question is, if you had the opportunity to hear sung for the first time ever again, what would that song be? However, for you, I'm going to put a period there. What would that song be? A question mark. I want you to also give me, if you had to experience a dish, a recipe for the first time, what would that recipe be, and what would that song that you're going to pair it with be? First time ever.
Oh my Jesus. A duck in France. Promise Me by Luther Vandross.
Okay, take me there.
Chills.
Take me there.
The best meal I've ever eaten was the night my husband proposed to me.
Okay.
And it was duck, roasted duck with the skin that was crispy.
Yeah.
It had a broccoli sauce underneath, a potato au gratin, and my husband asked me to marry him.
Now you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, I got that.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's still recording, Joe.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
My brother's in South Texas.
Okay.
Tonight.
Okay. No. Johnny finishing this off?
Yeah.
All right. All right. We almost done.
So you're good.
All right. All right.
Nice meeting you. Actually married.
He did.
All right. You good? All right. You heard?
And I don't know why, but that song popped into my head. And the lyrics are, promise me you'll leave me never, and that we'll be in love forever.
I love it.
That, if I could have that moment back. Oh, and the best apple dessert I've ever eaten in my life.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You know,
And that's how I feel. If I could hear that song live and have that meal, because it was the best meal.
you put a twist on it. If I can hear it live too.
If I could hear Luther sing, because that's what he was asking me for.
Yeah.
Was forever. In
Man,
the
Chef,
city
you
that
cold-blooded.
the city that I had dreamed of my whole life.
Yeah.
And he took me there for my 40th birthday.
Yeah.
And asked me to be his wife in a city of lights and streets that smell like butter and sugar. So my loves, and I remember bringing my Bluetooth, my Beats peel, and playing music every day in our suite in Paris. And I played daily. And I was so hooked on him. But the last thing that I played before we went, and I don't know why I didn't, I wasn't even expecting a proposal. And I played Luther that day. And as we were getting ready, and he said, bring your camera. I had a big camera, not the phone. He said, bring your camera with us tonight. I said, okay, didn't think anything of it because I've been taking pictures throughout our trip. But I hadn't taken it because we were dressing up. That was the birthday dinner and all of that. But that was the song that was playing in my head when he was. And so when people say, well, what did he say? I was like, Luther was singing about his point in my head.
Right. Yes.
Luther was singing at the time in my head.
Yes.
And I was like, this meal, the question, and that song. So that's so, for you to ask me that, that was so perfect because that was the best meal of my life, and that song.
Love it. The funny thing, I realize I have over like 400 albums, vinyls, and I realized the other day that I didn't have Luther. I know, blasphemy.
Blasphemy.
And I went online right away I ordered like 3 Luther records. I ordered the greatest hits and all. And I want to say, because I was out of town Thursday, I started off my Thursday night, that's when I spend time in the room, and that's my night. I could have, get one of my stogies, smoke my stogie, and I just listen to music on Thursday nights in the room. And I started off with Luther and all. Yeah, just
what a way.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Thursday is my favorite day. Since I was a little bitty girl, Thursday is my favorite day. So it's amazing how Thursday, or people have certain days of the week.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, her favorite day is Sunday. She named her daughter Sunday. That's her favorite day of the week. My favorite day is Thursday. Yeah. When I first started doing television, when they asked me what day did I want on TV, and I was like, Thursday. Everything about Thursdays.
Yeah.
It's like the beginning of your weekend.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
When I was growing up, Thursday, I loved watching The Cosby Show
on Thursdays.
Different World, then Friends.
Yeah.
But it was something about the Thursday, the day before the weekend begins. It's the best day of the week. So
Thursday was where all the shows were
all
on.
of the shows.
Yeah.
And for you to be like, that's when I unwind and I start to romanticize my life. It really coming in, because doing your favorite things, your stogies. Your music and relaxing.
Yeah. I even, and that's why I just started this past week. I call it Thursday Nines. And because every Thursday, like I said, I'm in here, my stogies, my music, but I also changed my vinyl wall. And so I have 9 albums on the wall. And so I changed the albums for that Thursday. And I was like, you know what? I've been doing this. I need to post about it and all. And so now I call that my Thursday Nines, and you'll see it every Thursday. I'll post what I'm listening to and what are the 9 albums I have up on the wall.
How fantastic.
Yeah.
You need to be doing the playlist.
Yeah.
You need to have your playlist.
Yeah.
So your 9, pick a song for each one of them.
Yeah.
But it has to be the best one on that album.
You know what?
According to you, though.
Yeah. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that with the next one.
That would be interesting, and then get, because everybody, music is a connector.
Yeah.
It connects us in ways. It's unbelievable how even getting our first cable box on Charging.
Yeah.
You had to donate a toy. My mom donated a Barbie.
Yeah.
Furious about it because I love Barbies. And I remember MTV, Twisted Sister.
Yeah.
All of those songs that connect, because, it was just Michael Jackson on MTV. He was the first. So all of those things connect us to the 80s and 90s and Sweet Cherry Pie. The songs that you would never think that I would know.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man, music connects us. So people will jump to the chance to question the reason why you did not pick this song on the playlist. That's not the best song. My favorite song is this. And it's a conversation piece. Nobody's going to get mad.
Right.
You're just going to be passionate about your choice. And the reason why you picked Cranes from Solange and not the other song. Yeah. I think it's fantastic. I think it's fabulous.
So you will see me do that Thursday. I'm going to edit my upcoming Thursday pick. I think this Thursday, because I write it down, it's Jamaican. So I had to get my South Florida. I'm gonna have little Shabba Ranks and all. So I'll put it out there.
I'm gonna be looking forward to. So it's gonna be a Jamaican playlist.
It's my Jamaican playlist.
Okay, that's gonna be great because my son-in-law is Jamaican.
Okay.
Full-blooded.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to this. So I'm going into Atlanta.
Okay.
I already know. I'm like, I got this list.
I'm gonna send it to you ahead of time.
Send it to me ahead of time so I can impress him.
Okay.
And his Jamaican family that we get to meet this upcoming weekend.
Awesome. So that was rhythm and recipe. I said those 2 words at the top of this conversation, and I thought I understood what that meant. But I understand them better now because of what Chef Ragan has reminded me today, is that the kitchen is not separate from the music. It's one of the places music was invented. It is a room where timing is everything, where instinct matters more than instructions, where the difference between something that is merely good and something that moves people is a choice that cannot be calculated in advance. It is felt. It is poured from something deeper than a recipe. Chef Ragan has been pouring that into Memphis since 1996. Into her catering, her television show, her book, her daughters, and now into every plate that comes out of Perch 74 Bistro. That is not a career. That is life. A life well eating, as she puts it. And from where I'm sitting today, it sounds like one of the best albums I've ever heard. I cannot wait to hear what is still being recorded. Chef Ragan, thank you for being a guest of Grooves and Embers.
Thank you so
awesome.
much.
Awesome.
Oh, I'm about to cry.
If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you tap in with us. It's all about good music, great conversation, and that one smooth burn. You can find us on YouTube, social media, TikTok, Instagram, and listen to us on Spotify as well.